A very good morning to all the students and the webinar team. This is A. Ram Prasad, Principal, Telangana Model School, Ramachandrapuram, Sangareddy District. I have the privilege to introduce Mr. Muhammad Hafiz, Postgraduate Teacher in Political Science from Telangana Model School, Veenavanka, Karimnagar District. He has a wonderful academic record and experience profile. He has worked in various education institutions as faculty and shouldered many responsibilities. He has conducted so many sessions for intermediate students till now. So hope the students made optimum use of his services. He is the backbone of his education institution. He has got the best teacher award at the district level. He is good at administration too. In absence of his principal, he shouldered all the responsibilities and he deserves the laurels. Over to Mr. Hafiz for his session on the topic emergence of Telangana. So before handing over the mic, actually, as the person, as a citizen of Telangana, everybody should know what and which struggle led to the emergence of the state. Many people sacrificed their lives for emergence of Telangana. So the Telangana which we are enjoying now is the blessing and the sacrifice of those people. So let's remember those people during this particular session and put in all the efforts to fulfill the desires and the wishes of those people in formation of Telangana. So let's hope our Telangana will be Bangaru Telangana. Thank you all. Over to Mr. Hafiz for this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning. Good morning to all the webinar team principal sirs and madams. And also good morning to all our model school faculty. And also very good morning to your wonderful students of our model schools as well as the other students. So children, we are the part of our Telangana state. We are living in Telangana state. And you know the people because you are maybe in the primary schools almost are in the 5th or 6th class when the Telangana state was formed. So it was not a simple formation of the Telangana state because it is a long drawn struggle of the our Telangana people, leaders, especially the students, children, those who were sacrificed the life, for the sake of Telangana, for the formation of Telangana. So in this session, before how the Telangana was formed, actually Telangana state was formed in the 2014. Okay, children, Telangana was formed in the 2014. So before the 2014, what happens and how it was achieved, how the struggle was made, how the agitations were made, because the agitation is not yesterday's or day before yesterday's. It is a long drawn struggle, children. Okay, so almost from the 1956. So before the 1960 period also we are going to learn here, children. Okay, before actually going to learn how the Telangana process was started, around after the 2000. But in this session, we are going to learn the period before the 2000, almost from the 1948 to 1956, how the Telangana was achieved. So in this first session, we are going to learn about the how Telangana was formed. And in this session, topics to be covered are formation of Hyderabad state in 1948. Okay, so we know about that. Our India got the independence in the 1947. So when the India got the 1947, Hyderabad now the part of the Indian Union, children. So you learn this in the already 10th class, but here once again you are going to learn that. And also what are the political developments developed between the 1948 and 1956, and then in the period of 1955 1956 there is a state reorganization commission also formed for the to restate the to reorganize the states in our India, because so many Indian rulers were ruled, so native princes were ruled. Okay, so they were merged with the different conditions. So then the commission was appointed to reorganize the states, children. So this is we are going to be learned here in this session, that is formation of Hyderabad state in 1948, political development in 1948 to 1956, and also state reorganization commission. So here I'm going to give us some synopsis. So outlines how the Telangana state was formed. Actually, Telangana state was formed or emerged as the 29th state of India on the 2nd June 2014, children, as a result of a long drawn struggle by the people of Telangana. Okay, children. So finally, Telangana was achieved after a long drawn struggle on the 2nd June 2014. Okay, and the history is showing to us this struggle is not only, I told already yesterday or day before yesterday's struggle only, or maybe the recent, but it is a long drawn struggle from the 1956 to 2014. And this long drawn struggle from the 1956 to 2014, approximately 58 years struggle, but there was the intervals, there was a gap between the different struggles, because from the 1956 there was a struggle again in the 1969, but from the 2001 onwards it was continued. Okay, so that's why I mentioned the 1956 to 2014, children. And this struggle marked by various agitations, political development, bargains, agreements, and violations of agreements, children. See that the agitations were started by the people. Agitations were made, political developments were made, political interference was there, bargains were there, how to farm, how to get what we are want, like that. And also agreements were made to going to sanction the Telangana like that. And also there is a violation of agreement. Regarding this all we are going to learn in the next sessions also, children. Okay, children. And here actually the man who is the responsible for the formation of separate Telangana state is Honorable uh, Kalvakunda Chandrasekhar Rao Garu, because he started the movement. He established the party in 2001. We know about the party, TRS party. Generally, we are calling it is Telangana Rashtra Samiti. It was established by the Honorable Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. Okay, actually he was the minister and was the deputy speaker also, and he came out from the ministry, and he established the party for the sake of the Telangana, by seeing that a lot of damages were done by the Telangana by the farmer rulers, farmer governments. So the powerful socio-political movement for the separate statehood for Telangana was successfully championed by Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. Okay, children. So because of him, there is a now separate Telangana state, and now he is our present Honorable Chief Minister also, children. Okay, because of him, and he led the movement actually. Okay, and along with the guidance of the wonderful man, Professor Kotapelli Jayashankar Rao Garu. He was a professor, and in Telugu we can say that he was a Telangana Siddhanta Karta. So he is the man encouraged the Chandrasekhar Rao Garu to take the initiatives, and he was the ideologue of the movement. The Siddhanta Karta means ideologue of the Telangana movement. He is the man, but unfortunately he was not alive when the Telangana state was formed. But we are remembering him because he is the man who saw the dream for the separate Telangana state along with the Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. Okay, children. Okay, and Hyderabad actually. So before the 1956, we know about that. In the 1956, there was the Andhra Pradesh state. Okay, before the 1956, even after the 1947, when the India got the independence, there was a no Hyderabad state actually. It was the Nizam kingdom, children. Nizam kingdom. He ruled the Hyderabad, that is the present Telangana kingdom, along with the some parts of the Maharashtra and Karnataka also, children. Okay, so Hyderabad state was a having multilingual and multicultural character. So Hyderabad state, before becoming the part of the Andhra Pradesh, it was a multilingual and multicultural character. The erstwhile princely state of Hyderabad, that is the Nizam state, was integrated into Indian Union on September 17th. తెలంగాణ విమోచన దినోత్సవం అని అప్పుడప్పుడు మన పేపర్లో చదువుతుంటాం, చిల్డ్రన్. ఓకే, ద erstwhile princely state of Hyderabad state was integrated into Indian Union on September 17, 1948 as a result of police action. I will show the images of the police action. That is the initiation taken by the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru garu, and as well as Deputy Prime Minister Iron Man of India, that is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel garu. Okay, children, they are taken the initiatives to merge the Hyderabad state into the Indian Union through the police action. It is actually called as the Operation Polo, children. It is called as a Operation Polo, and also this was formed in the 17th September 1948. Hyderabad state was formed. It is taken from the Nizam, and then Andhra Pradesh state was emerged after the struggle by the people of Andhra people only. Okay, that is called as the Vishalandhra movement. That is also we are going to hear. We are going to see in the next in these slides only, children. So Andhra Pradesh emerged on the 1st November 1956 as the first linguistic state of India. After the state reorganization commission recommendations, Andhra state was formed by merging the Andhra and the Telangana, because the people of these two regions are the Telugu speaking people, and based on this, Andhra state was formed on the 1st November 1956. Okay, it is the first linguistic state in our India. This is the Operation Polo, children. Through the 13th to 18th September it was going on. On the 17th September, Nizam is surrendered to the Army of India, and became the part of Indian Union, children. Okay, you can see the images of the police personals and also, sorry, children, and also the people who want to be the part of the India. And also you can see the movement, the Operation Polo. He's led, he's General Chaudhary garu. Okay, and you can see that Nizam also there he surrendered. Okay, and this is Andhra Pradesh state, and which is formed in the 1956, children. On the 1st November 1956, it was the Andhra Pradesh state was formed. You can see the Telangana, Andhra, and Rayalaseema, children. Okay, it is also due to the initiatives because the Andhra political leaders causing for this children, causing for this and farmed children. Okay, so Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Andhra, and Rayalaseema is formed as a Andhra Pradesh state on the 1st November 1956. At that time also there was a struggle for the Telangana, children. Okay, and establishment of Telangana regional coordination committees, TRCC, also is a part of gentleman's agreement. You can learn the gentleman's agreement already 10th class. You learned that, but general agreement, regarding general agreement conditions and the persons who is responsible for, you are going to learn in the next session, children. Okay, so that is the leaders of the Andhra and Telangana. Okay, and the movement for separate Telangana state was started formally in 2001. Okay, with the formation of TRS party. I already told to you, already explained that. With the establishment of TRS party, with the formation of TRS party, actually Telangana separate movement taken the lot of intensity in the 2001 onwards, and struggle continued up to the 2014. Okay, and finally achieved in the 2014 on the 2nd June, children. Okay, so with the formation of the TRS party, the movement actually started, actual movement was started in 2001. Actually there was a movement in the 1969 also, that also we are going to learn in the next session, children. Okay, the government of India appointed a 5-member committee also, headed by the Justice Sri Krishna on 3rd February 2010, to look into the issue of the Telangana. Actually, in the 2009 December, present Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao garu went on the fast for the separate Telangana. Okay, based on that fast of the Chandrasekhar Rao garu, then the Chidambaram, the Home Minister of India, announced that process of Telangana is going to start on the 9th December 2009. But next day, immediately, due to the protest started in the Andhra region, immediately the decision which is announced by the Home Minister Chidambaram garu is withdrawn by the central government. Sorry, children, by the central government, and then Justice Sri Krishna committee is appointed on the 3rd February 2010. That is also we are going to learn in the next session, children. And actually, I told that the actual movement was started with the formation of TRS party. This is the TRS formation party. You can see the symbol of the TRS party car also. Okay, you can see the leader of the TRS party, Chandrasekhar Rao Garu. Okay, this is the TRS party symbol also, children, and you can see the flag also. Okay, and then is a part of the Telangana agitation movements. There was a Sakala Janula Samme, children. Okay, it is all people's general strike. It is a historical occurrence in the Telangana agitation, children. Okay, and also there is a long cherished demand for a separate statehood for Telangana was achieved of a long struggle. Okay, long cherished demand. I told that from the 1956, the demand for the separate Telangana was there, and finally it was achieved after a long drawn struggle. You can see the Sakala Jana Samme image here, children. Okay, it was a people's general strike. Sakala Jana Samme means, children, people's general strike, and it was a historical occurrence because as a part of general Sakala Janula Samme, everyone is participated. Schools and colleges were closed down. You may not be remember, maybe because I told that you are maybe in the primary section, children. So you may not be remember. Almost 1 month there was a no school. So the people went to on the roads. JCs were formed. Kula Sanghala JCs were formed. Student JCs were formed. Okay, political JCs were formed. Everyone participated. Government employees were penned down. They stopped. They started to write the stopped the write the files. So nobody is cooperated with the government. That is the Sakala General Samme. All people general strike was a historical occurrence in the Telangana agitation, children. Okay, and the arrest while princely state. Okay, formation of Hyderabad state in the 1948, children. That is the topic is there today's in session. Formation of Hyderabad state in the 1948. The arrest while princely state of Hyderabad was integrated into Indian Union on 17th September 1948 as a result of police action through the Operation Polo. The Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Vallabhai Patel, actually charge is given to the Sardar Vallabhai Patel to integrate the native prince states in Indian Union when the India is got the independence. When the India has got the independence, actually this process started in the 1946. So as a part of that, Sardar Vallabhai Patel he started to tax with the princely states and merged that. But Nizam of Hyderabad, Junagadh, and Kashmir, these are the three kingdoms uh, that is ruled by the native princes. They did not like to join, and they want to be the independent country. They want to be the independent countries. But after the independence, okay, then on the 13th September, he is given the order to the police. He is given the order to army. Okay, who is given the order to army, children? Sardar Vallabhai Patel, who is known as Iron Man of India, children. Iron Man of India. He is taking the decision and send the army on the Hyderabad on the 17th September. Nizam of Hyderabad surrendered to the army, and in that way, Hyderabad state is become the part of Indian Union. Okay, and then Major General Chaudhary, you can see him, his photo also. Major General Chaudhary took over the administration as the state was witnessing the tensions due to the Telangana armed struggle. Telangana armed struggle, regarding the Telangana armed struggle, also we are going to learn in the next session, children. So Telangana armed struggle was there. That is the farmers taken the arms and revolted on the Zamindar and the Nizam. So the tense conditions were there in the Telangana state at that time. So then was a very difficult to control the situation. That's why immediately Major General Chaudhary, after the formation of Hyderabad state on the 17th September, he is taken the charge. Okay, so you can see the Sardar Vallabhai image also, who is given the order on the 13th September 1948. Okay, that is the order of the Sardar Patel, and the Indian army started the campaign called Operation Polo. Okay, and for the Hyderabad merger, whose action was being led by the Major General J.N. Chaudhary. Okay, so he is taking the administration charge immediately on the next day for the formation of Hyderabad state. Okay, and after him, a government of the Hyderabad state is led by a senior ICS officer, like IAS officer, children, M.K. Velodi. He maintained the administration. So after controlling the situation, General Chaudhary handed over the charge to M.K. Velodi as a senior IS officers, and he maintained the administration of Hyderabad state. Okay, children. And in the meanwhile, from the 1948 to 1952, 1952, conditions were become the peaceful. And then in the 1952, first elections were held. The first elections were held in the Hyderabad state to the State Assembly of Hyderabad. Okay, children. So in the 1952, elections were held to the Hyderabad Assembly, and the Congress party won the elections and formed the government with the Burgla Ramakrishna Rao as the first chief minister. Okay, children. So Congress party won the elections or swept the polls and formed the government. Okay. And Burgala Ramakrishna Rao became the first chief minister of Hyderabad state. Okay. You are the, suppose if you are going under tank bund, everyone knows the tank bund in Hyderabad. If you are going the tank bund, if you can see towards the Hyderabad inside, you can see the one building, BRK building. Present now it is acting as a that building is utilizing for the Secretariat of Telangana. Okay, because new Secretariat building is constructing. So in this process, this BRK Burga Ramakrishna Rao building is utilizing for the Secretariat children. So you can see that building because it is the name on the first Chief Minister of Hyderabad State, Burga Ramakrishna Rao. You can see his image also. So in the 1952, elections were held. And Congress party won the elections. Okay, and formed the government. And Burga Ramakrishna Rao is a part of the Congress party, became the first chief minister of Telangana state. Okay, and the Hyderabad state remained as a trilingual state with the Telugu speaking people for forming the major demographic community along with the Kannada and Maratha speaking regions. So in the Telangana, children, listen carefully. Hyderabad state is actually multilingual, trilingual. Trilingual means trilingual, three languages. Lingual state, Telugu, Kannada, and Maratha. Okay, so means some Maharashtra parts were there in Hyderabad state, and some Kannada means Karnataka parts were there. But the major demographic means major population is Telugu speaking people. Okay, children. So it was the Hyderabad state. Okay, and it was the condition was there in Hyderabad. So Telugu speaking people were in the majority. Okay, in the when the state was formed in the 1950s, and the state of Hyderabad was a prosperous state with the surplus revenues and efficient administration. See here, children, Hyderabad is a very prosperous, like one of the rich state with a surplus revenue. Revenue means source of income, children. Government income. Surplus means actually in the revenue everyone is planning to meet the expenditure, so lot of amount is remains after meeting the expenditure. That was a surplus revenue. And also there is a efficient administration was there in the state. So Hyderabad state was good. But what happens, children? Why it is become the Andhra Pradesh, that we are going to hear, children. Okay, and during the Nizam period, okay, during the Nizam period from the 1948, okay, the state leaders of the Congress party participated in the Hyderabad freedom movement and took the active part in Andhra Mahasabha. Andhra Mahasabha organization was established and taken the active participation because Nizam did not allow the people for the integration of the Telangana, that is Nizam state, into the Indian Union, and also not allowing the people to take part in the freedom movement because he was loyal to the Britishers. Okay, so he is follower of the Britishers. But the Congress party leaders, Communist party leaders, they established the Andhra Mahasabha, and through the Andhra Mahasabha, they took part in the freedom movement and mobilizing the people, creating the awareness among the people. Okay, so Andhra Mahasabha acted as an instrument for mobilizing the public opinion in favor of national movement. Okay, so Andhra Mahasabha, the leaders were become the part of Andhra Mahasabha and mobilizing the people in favor of the national movement to support the Indian leaders like the Gandhiji, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, okay, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, okay, Bipen Chandrapal, like the leaders who are taking, a lot of leaders were there, lot of initiations were there, because the national independence movement was not the simplest one in our India. Okay, but they also supported with the help of Andhra Mahasabha to the national movement. And also Andhra Mahasabha took the library movement. So it is requesting the people to come to the libraries, and in the libraries they creating the awareness about the national independence, about the national movement. In that way, Andhra Mahasabha, okay, the initiatives are undertook the library movement for spreading the awareness about the national movement among the people. Okay, and the Communist Party also took an active part in fighting against the feudal oppression rule of Nizam. Feudal oppression rule of Nizam, children. Actually, during the Nizam period, there is a feudal lead. Zamindars were there. Okay, Zamindars means rich landlords. Okay, so we are not going to detail about that, like a Doras like that there, and Muslim zamindars were there. So their CPU took part, active part, fighting against the feudal oppressions, because here the farmers have to work almost free of cost or with the minimum or less amount. Okay, that's why the CPA took an active part in fighting against the feudal oppression. Okay, against the Nizam rule, against the Nizam rule. So these are the political developments were going on in the 1948 to 1956 in the Hyderabad state, children. And it mobilized the peasantry and the landless agricultural laborers against the landlordism. So it gathered the people, gathered the peasants, means farmers and landless agricultural laborers, and help them against the landlordism and the razakars of the Nizam government, against the Nizam government. This is the Communist Party leaders who are also taking a lot of initiatives against the Nizam and the feudal oppressions, that is landlordism, and helping the peasants. Okay, that is armed Telangana armed struggle was led by the peasants with the guidance of CPI party, children. Okay, parallelly at the same time, the when the things are going in Telangana, there was a separate movement. There was a movement for the separate Andhra from the Madras presidency. Presidency means state, children, was gaining the movement in coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema areas. You can see here. Okay, you can see here, this is our Telangana, we know about that. This is the coastal Andhra region, and this is the Rayalaseema region, children. Okay, so coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema, in these regions, parallelly, when the things are going on in the Telangana for the national movement, support of the national movement, and against the landlordism during the Nizam's rule, during the Nizam's rules, or against the feudal lords. There was a parallel movement was started. Parallelly, a movement was started in Andhra, that is the separate Andhra from the Madras presidency, from the Madras state, because Madras state is actually Tamil speaking people region. Okay, so it was the majority of the people, and that movement was gaining in the coastal Andhra and the Rayalaseema regions, in the Rayalaseema regions, children. Okay, so this is the Andhra movement was started in the Madras presidency. Okay, to for the separate Andhra state, for the separate Andhra state, and the leader Patti Sri Ramulu. I think you learn about him in the lower classes. Okay, so he was and went on the fast unto death. Patti Sri Ramulu, he went on the fast unto death, and he died was on the 56th day, as per the some textbooks, children. So Potti Sriramulu, the leader of the Andhra state, went on the fast unto death for the separate Andhra, or separate from the Madras presidency. Okay, and he was died on the 56th day due to the fast unto death, children. Okay, he was a great leader. He sacrificed his life. Then the government, that is the Andhra Indian government, conceded, sanctioned for forming the Andhra state in the 1953. So I think it is on the 1st October 1953, Andhra state was formed. Okay, Andhra state formed in the 1953. Okay, after the fast untold death of the Potti Sri Ramulu, the great leader, sacrificed his life for the people of Andhra, people of the Andhra. Okay, and then the governments, by seeing the situation at that time, okay, in the 1953, okay, and considered that is sanctioned the separate Andhra means separated the Andhra region from the Madras presidency and formed the Andhra state in the 1953, and Kurnool was the capital, children. Kurnool was the capital of the Andhra state. Okay, and then there is a slogan of Vishalandhra. Okay, there is a slogan of the Vishalandhra and Vishalandhra movement. So after forming the Andhra state, the idea was articulated by the political elite, political leaders in Andhra region to merge the Telugu speaking people state. So where are the Telugu speaking people, children? One is in Andhra region, another is in the Telangana state. So they got the idea, and also they saw at that time Telangana has the surplus revenue, good income was there, prosperous state is there. If the Hyderabad is become the capital, it was a good for them also. There was a development. Actually, Andhra region is well developed than the Telangana at that time also, children, because Andhra region in the Madras presidency, it means it was under the control of the Britishers at that time. So Andhra region people learned the English education during the freedom movement of our India. But Telangana people did not learn the English education because it is under the control of the Nizam state, and they learned the Urdu medium, children, actually. Urdu medium. And it means in education in other regions, Telangana was somewhat backward, but good revenue in income state. So political leaders of the Telangana got the idea, and they started the movement that is called as the Vishalandhra movement. Okay, Vishal Andhra movement, as that the Telugu speaking people should be formed as a one state. Okay, so an idea was articulated by the political elite in Andhra region to merge the Telugu speaking people of Telangana region of Hyderabad state with the Telugu state of Andhra, Telugu state of Andhra, or in other words, the idea of Vishalandhra was advanced and popularized in the Andhra region, and slowly it spread to the Telangana also, leader. In Telangana also, children. Okay, so this idea was started, and then Telangana, Andhra leaders started work for this also, children, to establish the one Telugu speaking state, one Telugu speaking state. So in that way, the Vishalandhra movement was started. The national leadership also hinted about this idea to the Telangana congressmen. When this movement is gaining, not only in Andhra, in Telangana also, the national leadership at the national level, the government was Congress government. So national leadership, the Congress high command or Congress party leaders given a hint about this idea to the congressmen that they are going to be merged and formed as a one language state, one language state. And in this process, CPI, Communist Party of India, actively campaigned for one state for Telugu speaking people. See here, children. Congress is a high command, that is Congress national leadership, given the hint to the Telangana people, so that is the Telangana congressmen, Congress leaders, that is going to be arise in our Telangana, that is going to form as a one Telugu speaking state. But at the same time, CPI party actually campaigned for one state for Telugu speaking people. So in that way, CPI party also started campaign not only in Andhra, it is also started in Telangana. That is given here. This campaign of CPI was widespread in both regions, that is in Andhra as well as in Telangana. In that way, this movement is gaining in the two regions, that is in Andhra and Telangana. Andhra and Telangana. And the CPI important leader is Puchalapelli Sundaraya garu, Mahonata leader. Okay, Mahonata Sundaraya Garu. So he is also led this movement, and he gave in the one slogan, Vishalandralo Praja Rajyam. He's really great leader. Okay, but he shows the favor of the Telugu speaking people state, and the popular slogan of CPI under the leadership of the Puchalapelli Sundaraya Garu during this period was Vishalandralo Praja Rajyam. He's saying that if the Telugu speaking people merge as the one state, Praja Rajyam will be established. Praja Rajyam will be takes place. So that is the Puchalapelli Sundaraya Garu's dream. Okay, as a part of the CPI, and he gave the slogan Vishalandralo Praja Rajyam, children. Okay, on December 22nd, by seeing these conditions, that is seeing the Vishalandra conditions, he got the force from the Andhra leaders, to merge the Telangana state with the Andhra and form the Vishal Andhra, that is nothing but Andhra Pradesh as a Telugu speaking people state. Okay, so because of that force, then the prime minister, that is the first prime minister of India, uh, Jawaharlal Nehru garu, okay, appointed the one commission which is called the States Reorganization Commission, or sometimes it is called as a Fazal Ali Commission, children. States Reorganization Commission or Fazal Ali Commission. Okay. So States Reorganization Commission or Fazal Ali Commission on the December 22nd, 1953, Honorable Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru announced the appointment of a commission to examine objectively and dispassionately reorganization of the states in India. So he's not only considered the Andhra and Telangana, that is Vishalandra movement, and also he saw the movements in other areas, also children of our India. Okay, in Bengal also there was a movement, in other states also there was a movement. So because of that, on the December 22nd, Prime Minister of India, first Prime Minister of India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, on the December 22nd, 1953, he announced there is appointment of commission that is called the Reorganization Commission to examine the objectives and dispassionately and dispassionately reorganization of states of India, on what basis the states will be reorganized, how it will be, what were the conditions, how it is suitable to India, is it the problem may arise, it is any harm to the integration of India, like that conditions to be studied by this State Reorganization Commission are nothing but Fazal Al Commission. Okay, it was appointed by the central government under the leadership of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru Garu on the December 22nd, 1953. Okay, children. And you can see here the SRC Commission, because why it is called as a Fazal Ali Commission, children, because he was the chairman. From the left side, you can see the Fazal Ali. The next member, you can see the Hardyanath Kunjru. Okay. And third one at the right side, K.M. Panikar. Left side, the chairman Fazal Ali, Sayyid Fazal Ali, and the middle Pandit Hardyanath Kunjru, and right side another member of the commission is K.M. Panikar. This is the Fazal Ali Commission, State Reorganization Commission, studies the condition, toured all over almost all the states, and especially our Hyderabad and that is Andhra region, but especially it is a toured in Telangana region, collect the information regarding the merge of the Telangana with the Andhra state or not. Okay, children. Okay. So you see once again, Syed Fazal Ali from the left, chairman, Hardyanath Kunjru is the middle, K.M. Panikar as the member of this commission. That's why it's called as the Fazal Ali Commission. And the SRC, that is State Reorganization Commission. SRC means children, State Reorganization Commission was in Hyderabad during the June and July 1954. So this commission came to Hyderabad and almost stayed for 2 months in June and July 1954, and collect the information, gather the information from the different sections of the people, and they classified the report into three parts. So divided the reports into 3 parts. Okay, children. So the SRC commission was in Hyderabad during the June and July 1954 and classified the report after the gathering the information, collecting the information for 2 months from the different political leaders, Andhra political leaders, Telangana state political leaders, and different sections of the people, different sections of the people from the Telangana and also from Andhra region, children. They collect the information. After the collecting the information, report was classified into the 3 parts. First one is opponents. Opponents of disintegration of Hyderabad state. First one is opponents of disintegration of Hyderabad state. Okay, this step was taken, collected the information from the people and divided into 3 parts. And first one is opponents, and opponents gave their information against the disintegration of Hyderabad state. And then supporters. Second one is supporters. Supporters of disintegration of Hyderabad state and formation of Vishal Andhra state. So some people support to the for the disintegration and formation of the Vishal Andhra state. In that way, opponents were there, supporters were there. Third category also supporters, but their supporters. What in there with their supporters, children? They are the supporters of disintegration of Hyderabad state and formation of 2 separate Telugu states. So see the children, once again I explain the report because to understand this report is very important. First group of people is the opponents of the disintegration of Hyderabad state. So they want to the Hyderabad state is as it is, and the supporters they want the disintegration of Hyderabad state and form the Vishala Andhra state. Okay, so that is the supporters of that Vishala Andhra state. And here third category of people, they want to the two separate states as the Telugu states, two separate Telugu states as it is Andhra state, as it is Telangana state, as it is Telangana state. Okay, this is the report which is gathered and categorized by the State Reorganization Commission, that is the Fazal Ali Commission. And also, in the meanwhile, in the same time, there was no unanimity in the Hyderabad State Ministry on this issue. So they, because of the no unanimousness, means no unity among the Hyderabad ministers, Hyderabad state ministers regarding the Vishalandra, regarding the Vishalandra. So it was the big blow, actually, we can say that. It is a drawback of Hyderabad state. If they are united, maybe Andhra Pradesh state was not formed. Okay, so but there was no unanimity. Okay, in the Hyderabad and Hyderabad State Ministry on this issue. It was a felt that advantage of a larger Andhra state, including Telangana. So the people created the feeling among the people there is a lot of advantage. If Andhra states, including Telangana, that is Andhra Pradesh state, they are used to say that the people of Telangana as well as Andhra will get a lot of advantages. So this was the created by the Andhra elite, by the Andhra leaders, by the Andhra leaders. Okay. And it would bring into existence of a state of about 32 million population with a hinterland having the large water and power resources, valuable raw materials. See, what are the advantages they are seeing here, children? So they are saying that if the merging is there takes place, okay, if the larger state is formed, there is the existing state of 32 million population with a hinterland, because hinterland means the inside of the Telangana also become the part of Andhra Pradesh, and then larger water will be utilized by the both region people. Both people means here, children, both region people of Telangana, Andhra. Okay, and power resources also can be utilized by the both region peoples, and also they can exchange the valuable raw materials, and this situation is created by the Andhra elites, and most of the Telangana people were confused whether they had to be from the Andhra Pradesh, that is the Vishalandra state, or the separate Telangana state. And ministers also are not able to take the decision what to do. Okay. Another advantage also, they are saying that formation of Vishalandra will be that irrigation development of Krishna and Godavari rivers be brought under unified control. So actually Krishna and Godavari projects were constructed both in the both regions. Okay. And it was created the some conflicts between the Andhra and the Hyderabad state. But here they are saying that there is another advantage there. If the Vishalandra farmed, Andhra Pradesh state farmed irrigation developments of the Krishna and Godavari will be brought under the control of one government, that is unified control of the both regions of the Andhra and Telangana. So that is the control of the one government, and then the people get the advantage. The people can get the advantage of this. People get the advantage of this. Okay, and the Krishna and Godavari projects rank among the most ambitious projects in India. So among the large projects of India, Krishna and Godavari is the among good projects among the projects of India. That's why they are easy to say that this is the advantage if the Vishalandra is farmed. Vishalandra is farmed. Okay. And the SRC submitted its report. Okay. So while it is submitting, it is recommended for the separate Telangana as well as Vishalandra also. But here we are seeing the SRC recommendation for the separate Telangana. Okay, children, separate Telangana. So the SRC submitted its report on the 30th September 1956. Officially, the report was released on the 9th October 1956. So after the touring the Hyderabad and other states regarding the Hyderabad Vishalandra movement report, okay, that is Hyderabad and Andhra report is submitted by the SRC Commission, Commission, that is the State Reorganization Commission, to the central government on the 30th September. But officially, this report was released by the central government on the 9th October 1956. And in that report, they mentioning about the Hyderabad as like this. Concerning the state of Hyderabad and Andhra, the commission is observed the following points. Okay, children. So concerning the state of Hyderabad and the Hyderabad and Andhra, the commission observed that it will be seen that the play for the Hyderabad continuation of Hyderabad rests on the weak foundation. So here, because of the no integration, no unity of the Telangana leaders, the SRC commission observed that the play for the continuation of Hyderabad rests on the weak foundation. They are saying that Hyderabad leaders conditions, that is the Hyderabad condition is very weak because there is no unanimity among the Hyderabad leaders at that time. At that time when the commission is came to Hyderabad, in June and July. Already we learned that. So that point is mentioned in the report by the SRC, that is State Reorganization Commission. The playoff for the continuation of Hyderabad rest on the weak foundation. It is described in that report by that commission, children. Okay. And as we assess, that is who are saying here, children, SRC commission is saying that as we assess the political trends in the state, we are know that if it is maintained as an administrative entity. So by the seeing the political trends, conditions of the people, we have the no doubt it can be maintained. As a administrative entity, means as a separate state also. That is SRC recommends the separate Telangana by seeing the ambitions okay, of the people. By seeing the ambitions of the people, it is saying that we have no doubt. The commission members are saying that we don't have no doubt it can be maintained as the administrative entity. Okay. And also they are saying that it will not acquire that minimum measure of internal cohesion which is necessary for smooth and efficient administration. But at the same time, they are showing the weakness of the Hyderabad state. That is, it is did not acquire the minimum measures to maintain the internal tensions, because after the armed struggle, there was a no peace. After the police action, there was a no peace in Hyderabad state. So they are saying that, the commission is saying that it is not acquired the minimum measure to maintain the conditions, maintain the law and order conditions for the smooth and efficient administration in the states. So these are the things observed and mentioned in the State Reorganization Commission report. Okay, children. So these are the things are maintained, mentioned in the report which is submitted by the SRC. Okay, and also they are saying that continuance of the existing structure, continuation of the existing structure, okay, will also keep a number of important reorganization problems unsolved. So if the structure means as it is the Andhra, as it is the Telangana, if these are the two separate entities they maintain, reorganization problems will be unsolved. It means indirectly it is saying that it our reorganized state also is important to solve the problems which are arised between the two states, and thereby impede the stabilization of the proposed units in south. And also, so they are saying that stabilization is important, stability is also important, and saying that proposed units south, in the south, because we are the part of the South India, we are the part of South India, it is important for the stabilization, okay, to form the or maintain the separate Telangana state. Okay, so these are the points were mentioned in the SRC Commission report, and they recommended these to the central government to follow these. And also, the State Reorganization Commission expressed its opinion that the state of Hyderabad, the state of Hyderabad to be constituted for the time being. Okay, for time being, Hyderabad state will be continue. Otherwise, it should be in favor of the merging of the Hyderabad with the Andhra state and form the Vishal Andhra. That is nothing but Andhra Pradesh state. But the meanwhile, for time being, the SRC has expressed its opinion that the state of Hyderabad to be constituted for the time being and should consist of the following districts, namely here Mahbub Nagar, Nalgonda, Varangal, Khammam, Karimnagar, Adilabad, Nizamabad, Hyderabad, Medak, and Bidar. Bidar is the part of Karnataka state at present, children. So these are the states, districts will be in the Telangana, and time being it may be continue. These are the recommendations made by the SRC Commission for the separate Telangana. And demand for Telangana also started among the leaders as well as the people at the same time when the Andhra people started the Vishal Andhra movement. So after the SRC Commission, by seeing the SRC Commission report, Telangana leaders are waked up. Okay, Telangana people are waked up. Both the advocates and the opponents of Vishalandra and Hyderabad became active, because both the leaders of the opponents and in favor of the Vishalandra become the active by seeing the SRC Commission, Fazal Commission report in October 1955. The supporters in October 1955, the supporters of Vishalandra in Telangana met in Hyderabad and decided to work for Vishalandra. The supporters of Vishalandra in October 1955 conducted the meeting in Hyderabad, okay, Hyderabad, and decided to work for the Vishalandra. And as a part of this meeting, okay, they conducted the meeting in Hyderabad. Okay, met means here organized the meeting and decided for the work of the Hyderabad. In that meeting, they decided some delegations of the leaders on the behalf of the Telangana Communist Party and Andhra Communist Party visited, met the then Prime Minister, then the Honorable Prime Minister Nehru for Vishalandra. So some of the members selected and they are going to Delhi, means at that time, and went to the Delhi and conducted the meeting with the Prime Minister in favor of Vishal Andhra. Okay. And at the same time, the demand for a separate Telangana state was also gaining the strength. When the leaders of the Andhra leaders started for the Vishal Andhra, here Telangana leaders, okay, Telangana people started the separate movement for the Telangana. 7 out of 10 Congress committees in Telangana, 73 out of 105 Telangana Congress delegates, okay, of the executive committee and the 10 MPs from Telangana favored for a separate Telangana state. Here, see that from the Telangana Congress committees, out of the 10 members, 7 members is the favor of the separate Telangana. 73 out of 105 Congress delegates in the favor of Telangana, and 10 MPs from the Telangana also favor in the separate Telangana. But what happens, we are going to see here. And the Hyderabad Assembly held a session on the SRC report from 25th November to 3rd December 1955. So after the report submitted, the report is reached to the Hyderabad Assembly as well as Andhra Assembly also, children. Okay. So Hyderabad Assembly conduct a session, conduct a meeting. Okay. That is a assembly session on the report, to study the report, to discuss the report of the SRC on the from the 25th November to 3rd December 1955. And among the members of Hyderabad Assembly, 174 members were there in the Hyderabad Assembly, and out of the 174 members, 147 expressed their views in the discussion from the 26th November to 3rd December 1955. Okay. And out of the 147, 103 members had the favor of the Vishal Andhra. See here, opinion is changed. Hyderabad Assembly, the representatives of the people of Telangana, that is people of Hyderabad state, and that is members of the assembly, that is like nowadays we are calling is MLAs them. Okay. Out of 147, 143 members has the favor of the Vishal Andhra, only 29 in the favor of Telangana, and remaining were the neutral. They are not the support the Vishal Andhra, not support the Telangana. Okay. So that is the drawback here when the Hyderabad Assembly members is in the favor of Vishal Andhra after the SRC report. But at the same time, Andhra Pradesh Legislative Assembly also organized the session, and in that session, unanimously demanded for the formation of Telangana, that is for the Telugu state, that is Vishal Andhra. Okay, and at that same time, a role of Congress High Command, because it is the single largest party at that time. In November 1955, Congress High Command formed a subcommittee consisting of Debar, the Congress President, Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, Azad, and Pant. Okay. So Pant was the leader. Okay. And at present, Rishabh Pant played the wonderful role in the test match in Brisbane in Australia for won the match, but not this Pant here. Okay, children. So the freedom fighter, the Pant is the freedom fighter. I will show the image of him. Okay. So the committee formed the committee, Debar, Congress President, Prime Minister Nehru, Azad, and Pant, to consider the issue of the state reorganization. Okay. That is the demand of Vishal Andhra. And top ranking central leaders, Nehru, Kadju, Patil, Lal Bahadur Shastri, and some other visited Hyderabad in December 1955 and January 1956 to take the public opinion, In the middle of the January 1956, the Union government announced the formation of the states on the basis of the SRC report, except the case of Punjab and Telangana. So at the same time, the central government announced that states are going to be reorganized based on the state reorganization commission, except the case of Punjab and Telangana. Okay, you can see the Lal Bahadur Shastri image, children. Okay, he is also one of the Prime Minister of India. Okay, after the Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, and safeguards for the Telangana. So when the almost is going to form the Vishalandra Andhra Pradesh state, so then the leaders is thinking about the safeguards for the Telangana. The task of pursuing the Telangana leaders began here. GB Pant, okay, sorry, GB Pant, Okay, that is freedom fighter and leader. Then the Union Home Minister GB Pant was the Home Minister, suggested the some of the Telangana Congress leaders who met him on the 15th February. So Congress leaders went from the Hyderabad and made the JB Pant and gave the some suggestions to him to safeguard the Telangana, that they could have a regional council for Telangana. Okay, TRCs, that is a regional council of Telangana, in the event of the merger with the Andhra to form Vishala Andhra. Okay, you can see the GB Pant, then the Home Minister, when the Andhra Pradesh was Vishala Andhra was formed. Okay, and as the Congress High Command definitely appeared to be in the favor of Vishala Andhra. That's why our Telangana Congress leaders trying for the safeguards for the Telangana. Telangana leaders wanted some assurances, some promises for the number of sorry children, for number of safeguards beside the formation of regional council. Regarding the safeguards, we are going to learn in the next session, children. And finally, the state of Andhra Pradesh came into existence on the 1st November 1956. 1st November 1960, children. Okay, 1956. Once again, I showed to you the state of Andhra Pradesh came into existence on the 1st November 1956. Okay, finally it was formed. Then people of the Telangana struggle was went on the waste. Okay, but demand was there. Okay, and now we are going to see a summary. During the post-independence, that is after the 1947 period, a series of sustained demands for reorganization of states were articulated by the people of various regions, especially the people of Andhra region. Okay, and the case of Telangana is markedly different from the rest, as it was an integral part of Hyderabad state from the 1948 to 1956. Okay, and it represented a unique cultural, economic, and geographical setting. So Hyderabad state is a unique one, unique cultural. Already shown that trilingual, that is a Telugu, Marathi, Kannada speaking people, and economic and geographical setting. The demand for a separate statehood arose from its multi-dimensional, cultural, resource-centric, and administrative apathetic and nature of the region. So why the demand for the separate Telangana statehood was started again, children? Because of the multidimensional, cultural, resource-centric, and the administrative apathetic nature of the region. Okay, you can see the attributions here. Okay, and here time to answer, very short notes. Actual important questions are there in the next topic, children. So here you can write the short notes on a Vishalandra, and also write a short note on a reorganization commission, children. Reorganization commission report is also very important. It may be the 5 marks question in the annual exam, children. Thank you, children. Okay, I hope that you may understand how the struggle was takes place during the 1956 for the separate Telangana. So it means the seeds of the separate Telangana not only emerged after the 2001 or in the 1969, it was from the 1956. This demand was there from the 1956, and how there was struggle. And also we are going to learn about in the next session about the different struggles in the different periods regarding the Telangana state, children. So thank you, children, and thank you to webinar team members giving to this wonderful opportunity to me. And also I'm very thankful to our honorable additional director garu and joint director garu, and also my wonderful principal Dr. Venugopal Reddy garu, and my subject coordinator Ram Prasad garu, and also other webinar team members and principals. Thank you one and all, children. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hafiz Garu. It was a wonderful session. So certainly this is you explained in detail about the history of emergence of Telangana. So now there are a few more sessions on the same topic. Hope
Okay,
that all the students get clear concept about the formation of Telangana, the struggle which was pending for quite long, and finally when it materialized in 2014. So the dreams of the people who sacrificed their lives for Telangana will be cherished by our students, certainly, and hope the students will make optimum use of the session for not only for acquiring the knowledge, but also for fulfilling the dreams of those people. Thank you very much. It was a wonderful session, Hafiz Garu.
Thank you, sir.